It's time for Michigan Fun on My Michigan TV, a weekly look at the top events in Michigan as presented by the state's leading authority on events, the Michigan Festival and Events Association. A full listing of events is available on MichiganFun.com. Michigan Fun is a production of My Michigan TV powered by Michigan Digital. Now, here's your host, President of the Michigan Festival and Events Association, Mike Sukin.
Hey, welcome to Michigan Fun, the show where we check out the state's top festivals and events. I'm your host, Mike Sukin. Can you believe that it's already August? This is the hottest time of the summer, hottest time of the year, for summer festivals and events. And today we're going to check out some of those great Michigan summertime traditions. But first, let's check in with the Crim Festival of Races. Welcome to the show, Brandon Morgan, Director of External Relations at the Crim. Hey, Brandon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, Crim Festival of Races. I mean, this all started with a gentleman by the name of Bobby Crim in Flint, Michigan, who decided to go for a run.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the race started back in 1977. This is our 46th running of the Crim Festival of Races. And you're right, Bobby Crim started that event then all those years ago as a way to benefit Special Olympics. And it became a cult phenomenon and people loved the event. And we now see 10,000 runners and walkers every year and hundreds of partnerships across the city and state that make it possible. But really, more than anything, now it's a great way for us to showcase all that the Crim Fitness Foundation does to support residents here in Flint and Genesee County.
But it's not just the support that you guys do, it's also the support that's given, because I know that there's a number of people. My participation in the Crim my job was to be at the beer tent at the end and make sure I had one in each hand for my wife and myself to celebrate her running it. My running ended in high school, done with that. But you've got thousands of people to show up, and this is not just a local event. You guys this is international, correct?
It is. We actually, as I mentioned, we have nearly 10,000 participants each year. Last year, we had runners and walkers from 67 of Michigan counties, 41 states, and 18 international countries. So everything from para-athletes, wheelers, and hand cyclists to elite 10-milers to people who walk the course in 4 hours. It's really an event for everyone at the end of the day, no matter how fast or slow. Everybody's covering the same distance, and everybody, as you mentioned, gets to take part in those great post-race celebrations on our festival lot, and they too can have a beer, at least for one of their hands.
and is the one thing that runners always dread is the Bradley Hills. I'm obviously a former Flint area guy, so I know the Bradley Hills, and oh my gosh, I look at those hills, I bicycled those hills. I certainly wouldn't want to run those. That is definitely the make it or break it point.
Yeah, we try to put a lot of on-course entertainment at that part of the course just to distract people from any potential suffering they might have. But those hills go by pretty quickly. It's really the hills at mile 7 and 8 in the Woodcroft area that you got to watch out for, because you're much more tired at mile 8. But this year, runners and walkers will have all those great aid stations staffed by community volunteers. We'll have on-course entertainment and music, everything from comedians to jugglers, karaoke, steel drum bands, you name it. We'll have lots of stuff out there, both official and our community unofficial aid stations. You could see bacon or donuts or champagne or any number of things out on the course that will make it more fun. And really people, they get to the finish line and they say, oh, it went by so quickly. It wasn't that bad at all. Just because there's so much to do and so much to see. And you're always with people. You're never alone out there on the course. And it's really an experience more than it is a race, really.
Brandon, it's not just a race. It's the Crim Festival of Races. So there's more than one race going on, correct?
That's correct. And even if you're not a racer, there's a lot to see. It is an event for the community. So our race week really starts on Thursday with the Crim Race Expo, which is open to the public. We have over 50 retailers and vendors here at the Riverfront Center downtown Flint. So people can come and shop and experience what the Crim is all about, even if they're not registered. And so they can have that experience. And then our Festival of Races kicks off Friday night with the Michigan Mile. I've got my Go Blue here. The Michigan Mile runs through the U of M Flint campus Friday night at 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday, of course, we have our historic 10 mile at 7 a.m., our 5 mile half crim at 9 a.m., and our 5K at 10 a.m. And then last but not least, we have our teddy bear trot for the young ones starting down at City Hall at noon. And so I tell people, run, walk, spectate, volunteer. Our festival lot is open to the public. It's a community event. And so we tell people, even if you're not in the event, come down and experience it and see it. I know there are lots of great festivals in July and August downtown Flint. I'm biased. This is one of my favorite days. But I think whether it's Back to the Bricks or Crim or Bikes on the Bricks, you're seeing Flint and Genesee County and the people of our city and our county on one of the greatest days of the summer. So we welcome everybody, whether or not they're registered to take the course. They can come down and volunteer or spectate and like you said, enjoy the full experience.
For those people who are not from the Flint area, and unfortunately, there's doesn't seem to be a shortage of bad stories of Flint. I think it really gets a bad rap because, again, being a former Flint resident and you being there, there's a lot of great things going on in Flint. And the downtown area is just absolutely fabulous. So it's a great opportunity to show off Flint, Michigan. It's a pretty cool place to be. I can tell you, it really is.
Yeah, there's so much going on downtown. Really a lot of growth in the last several years. And, as people come to Flint, and I've had many roles here in the community, people come, they're like, man, what a great place, what great people. And this is really one of Flint's greatest celebrations. And it's a celebration of health and of wellness, of an active lifestyle. And it's a celebration of the Crim Fitness Foundation's history and the 25,000 people we serve in addition to the race with all of our other programs, whether that's youth sports or mental well-being and mindfulness, yoga instruction, nutrition education, the list goes on. And people really identify us with the race. They go, oh yeah, you're that huge event in August. But people who do sign up and participate can feel even better about their accomplishment because they are really supporting the work of our foundation. And of course, when they sign up, they get great perks, right? They get their finisher shirt from ASICS and they get a medal and they get pizza and beer and all that course entertainment I talked about. So as a standalone event, it's a great experience. As a community event and as a support for our foundation, it's just a bonus there. So it really is a great way for people to get to know Flint. And we have so many visitors. And, big shout out to Explore Flint and Genesee and our other partner events in August, like Back to the Bricks. We all work together to provide a great experience for all of those people coming in near and far.
That's awesome. Registration runs all the way up until when?
So registration is open. People can learn more at crimraces.org. Online registration will be open until Thursday, August 24th at noon, at which point it will close, but there will be late registration at the expo, as I mentioned, 2 to 7 p.m. on the 25th, and then 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. On the 24th, 2 to 7 p.m. on the 24th, and then 11 to 7 on the 25th. No registration on Crim Saturday. We will have late packet pickup, but you got to register in person Thursday or Friday to get your last minute registration in. But even if you do register late, you'll still get all those great amenities. But we encourage people to sign up early because the price does go up if you sign up in person. So crim.org for all of the Foundation to Race information and crimraces.org to register.
That's great. Brandon, I think you hit everything. Is there anything you missed?
Oh gosh, I don't know. We're so busy this time of year. There's always something that we feel like we're missing, but we're just 12 days out, believe it or not, from the festival. So we're really gearing up. And like I said, we're just excited to see everyone. And we encourage everybody to come down and be a part of the festival, runner, walker, spectator, or volunteer. So check us out. And if you have any questions, visit crim.org.
So to be able to handle an event that's got over 10,000 people coming in to participate, you must have a plethora of volunteers.
Oh, I would say we have at least 1,200 volunteers already registered with our aid stations, our core safety. It's really volunteers and public safety, everything from Michigan State Police and National Guard all the way down to local municipalities, retired law enforcement, security companies. That coupled with our volunteers provides not only the safest course you're going to find close to traffic, but it's also going to provide a great experience. And we couldn't do what we do without the huge staff here at the Crim who puts down their work during race week to pitch in and make it an all hands on deck affair. And then the volunteers, like I said, 1,200 volunteers from all over. And we have people who have been volunteering every year since 1977. And they've been with us all 46 years, and they know how to run this event, and they lend a lot of expertise. So we're so glad to have them. Huge shout out to our volunteer corps. And if the listeners are interested in volunteering, crimraces.org, there is a volunteer page there where you can see times, shifts, and remaining availability.
Brandon, thank you very much. I appreciate you being on the show today. I know you guys are going to have a great time because rain, snow, sleet, or hail, you guys will always run that race. It will always be packed, and people are always going to be standing at the finish line, like myself, holding that beverage, that person that I'm there supporting to give them that send off. Thanks again, Brandon.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Appreciate you having me.
What a great event. Don't go away, though. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Back to the Bricks in Flint, Michigan. This must be Flint Day. All kinds of great things going on. Be right back.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV.
Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the events happening across the state of Michigan. We're going to be talking about Back to the Bricks. And welcome to the show, Courtney Irish.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me. You have me following Brandon Morgan, though. That's a hard act to follow.
Not a problem for you. You're a seasoned veteran.
Well, seasoned might be right.
And veteran. Difference is that Brandon's event starts next week, and you guys are right smack dab in the middle of Back to the Bricks. And
We absolutely are.
Talk about a car show. Holy mackerel. You guys are right up there, 1 and 2 with Woodward Dream Cruise, aren't you?
Yeah, we absolutely are. We are one of the biggest car events in the country, actually.
That's awesome. Been there, seen a lot of that stuff. Let's see, you guys still do the hot rods and hot dogs?
We do with the chamber, yes. The Hot Rods and Hot Dogs is a Flint and Genesee chamber event that goes on down there. But it's not actually part of Back to the Bricks. We just take advantage of the fact that Back to the Bricks is happening at that time.
Hey, there's a lot of things happening downtown Flint right now, and take advantage of it all, because that's what it's all about. So how many cars do they expect this year?
Well, we get over about 1,000 cars. If you go for the whole duration, because this is really a 2-week event. It started last week with tune-up parties in 5 different areas of the county, and then it also goes over to this week. There's well over 100,000 cars that will come through for those 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've talked to some friends of mine from different communities, and you guys have been all over the place. You've actually even been outside the county because you've been up in the Saginaw County at Birch Run.
Yeah, we were at the Speedway on Friday.
Yeah, great event. Again, like I was talking to Brandon, these events that are standards in all of our communities wouldn't be possible without the volunteers. And I got to believe that Back to the Bricks has got to have a whole bunch of volunteers, especially seeing that it's 2-week program and it's migrating from one community to the next, finally being downtown Flint. I've heard numbers in the past of 400,000 people attending Back to the Bricks. That's amazing numbers.
Amazing. Exactly. And Back to the Bricks has really only one paid employee. That's the executive director, Amber Taylor. So the rest of this whole thing is put on by volunteers. That is how much our volunteers are appreciated and needed and how much they do for us. There is no way that this event would happen without our volunteers.
Courtney, I hear that all the time about everybody's festival event, that the volunteers, and I'm glad there was that point in time not too long ago where we lost those volunteers because of the pandemic. And I'm so glad to hear that they're back out and volunteering and giving their time, because we need it. We need that. We need that. We need to create those memories and those happy feelings. And Back to the Bricks is one of those events. I was jokingly saying at the end of the last segment, this must be Flint week, but hey, when you got it going on, you got it going on.
That's right. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Back to the Bricks, was really unique during COVID, during the pandemic. Why we didn't have our main event, we still did like car rallies, road rallies where people could participate in their own cars, so they were never interacting with people. So we kind of tried to keep people engaged and Back to the Bricks in the forefront of their mind, so that when we could start doing events again and bringing people back, that they would still have Back to the Bricks on their mind.
Thanks for reminding me. Back to the Bricks is not just an August event. This actually starts in the winter, doesn't it?
It does. It starts in February, usually around the first week with Chrome and Ice. And then they do a road rally, usually in April. May, they have Dust Them Off. That happens at Dort Event Center. And then they have a promo tour that goes around to different parts of the state and sometimes even outside the state to promote this Back to the Bricks. That happens in June. And then I feel like we start right off with Back to the Bricks, their main event week, which started actually last week with the tune-up parties. And then they'll have another road rally in the fall sometime. So there's always something going on with Back to the Bricks.
That's amazing. So did you get some of those bricks replaced on Saginaw Street this year?
Yeah, they got 2 blocks done. So they got we're waiting for between Second and the bridge to get done, but that won't happen until after Bikes on the Bricks happens in September. And then it won't be finished until next year. The new bricks are amazing though. And they took the old bricks up, washed them, and replaced and put them back down. And it really is amazing. I have a love-hate relationship with the bricks because they eat up your heels, but they look so cool. But they've remedied that situation with when they put down the new bricks, when they put down the bricks again.
It's the nostalgia.
It is.
It's the festivals and events that happen in the state of Michigan are nothing more than memory makers, and it's so cool because people will talk about, you remember back in such and such, we had the Back to the Brick show, or did this or did that, and that's really what it's all about. I mean, it's fun, it's memories, it's supporting charities, it's supporting the community. I was asked today, what is it that makes your job so special? I said, my job is so special because it's people celebrating. That's what it is. And that's what Back to the Bricks is. That's what the Crim is. That's what Bikes on the Bricks are. And, my hat's off to the Flint area, Flint Genesee group. I see that you guys have been rebranded, Flint Genesee Group. And my hat's off to you guys for what you guys do in the community. My hat's off to Amber for what she does with Back to the Bricks, and obviously to the Crim Foundation. So congratulations, keep up the good work. Flint is a beautiful place to live and to work and to raise a family, and it's all because of the things that are fun. Thanks.
Yeah, and you're right. You do have a great job. You get to tell the good stories, don't you?
Love it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel that way.
If I want to gloom and doom, I turn on the news. Well, I'll go see the festival. People see my Facebook and they say, don't you ever work? Are you retired? This is work. I love it.
I know. I know. It feels good to enjoy your job, though, doesn't it?
Well, as you do.
Yeah.
You've been
No.
doing,
Yeah.
doing
No
what
lie.
you've been doing. Exactly.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, Courtney, I appreciate you being on the show today. Appreciate you talking about the Back to the Bricks. And any last words? Website?
Website backtothebricks.org. The Bricks Flicks are tonight. It started at 3:00. We do have a rolling cruise on Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday will start out at a ribbon cutting at Factory 1 on Water Street at 4:00. The cruise will continue on Thursday night at 4:00. Friday, we have entertainment in the flat lot starting at 6:30 with Miranda and the M80s. And then we also have Saturday where the cruise in concert on Saturday will start at 11 with Bernadette Catherine and the Lonely Days Band, and Charlie Bonnet III will also be performing Saturday in the flat lot.
Thanks for being with us today. I hope that the rest of your week is as good as the beginning of it is. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Wow, another great event. But wait, folks, we're going to talk about something really special. We're going to talk about the Pure Michigan Mix. That's all I want to say. Be right back. Welcome back to Michigan Fun, a weekly look at the happenings and events across the state of Michigan. Our next guest is Mr. Brian Stetzler from Coca-Cola, and with him we have Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan, and we're going to talk about the Pure Michigan Mix at McDonald's. Gentlemen, I asked you both to be on the show because I think this is one segment that I don't have to do any talking. I'll just hand it over to the professionals.
Hey, Mike, speaking of that, do you know the only thing that'll make the wonderful Back to the Bricks even better? It's a Pure Michigan Mix from McDonald's and the family of Coca-Cola brands Sprite and Fanta. You bet. The Pure Michigan Mix available right now at McDonald's.
I've seen it. I've seen them. So Brian, you're the Coca-Cola rep, and if I remember this correctly, you have the McDonald's accounts. So that's how Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Pure Michigan came together for this this frozen beverage, which, by the way, I've had. Thank you very much, and it's absolutely awesome. But there's more to this story than just this beautiful drink. Somebody want to take the lead on that?
Why don't you take it away, Brian?
Yeah, let me just kind of help everyone understand a little bit of history here. In 2016, we were fortunate enough to work with the folks from Pure Michigan, and we launched a Share a Coke Pure Michigan style promotion at McDonald's, where we took each side of the large soft drink and put a unique name and phrase. So one of the cups that was popular was Share a Coke with a Michigander. And maybe on the other side of the cup, it would say, Share a Coke with a Youper. We had some fun cups like Share a Coke with your Euchre partner, or Share a Coke on the banks of the Red Cedar. We did this geographically displaced across the state of Michigan, and we blasted it on social. And what we found was there's a really strong emotional connection between the McDonald's consumer and the Pure Michigan campaign. And it was pure magic then. And here we are, fast forward from 2016, and Dave and his staff and I got together and we developed a drink at McDonald's, a frozen drink, with Sprite lemonade on the bottom, Fanta Blue Raspberry on the top, and you combine the two only at McDonald's, and you have the Pure Michigan Mix. And I like to say it's just pure magic. And it's a great tasting beverage, no matter where you are on your travels across the state of Michigan. And everyone has been a really good partner here from Pure Michigan and across McDonald's. It's been a lot of fun. We've been everywhere with this. And I know, Dave, this was your first time trying a frozen carbonated beverage in Traverse City, right?
Could you believe that, Mike? I've never had a frozen beverage before. I just never wanted one. I'm a Diet Coke guy, and that's generally what I do. But I have to tell you, this really is pretty spectacular.
One of the things because I was with you in Traverse City, all three of us were in Traverse City, and the beverage has the Sprite and it has the raspberry, and it's a blue raspberry, so you got the yellow and the blue. And somebody said, "Oh, look, it's Michigan colors." But what I like, because I'm a Spartan fan, is as the drink gets warmer and the colors mix, they become green. Pure Michigan.
Every sports fan is very happy across the state of Michigan. We've got all the bases covered here.
Awesome job. But there's also something that goes along with this, and it has music involved. Which one of you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's actually where festivals and events comes into play, Mike, because when you scan the QR code that is right here on the cup, just scan it, and then you're going to have a chance to win prizes from concerts at Pine Knob or at Little Caesars Arena. Maybe you win passes to go to Michigan's Adventure. It's pretty awesome. Now, that contest only goes through the 9th of September. So you're going to want to get to your local McDonald's really fast, pick up your Pure Michigan Mix, $2 for any size, and then make sure to scan that QR code. To make it easy for you, you can also register on michigan.org right on the homepage. Just find the Pure Michigan Mix information and click on that, and you can register online that way as well. But you're going to want to pick up this Pure Michigan Mix. It's pretty awesome.
When we developed the promotional cup, we immediately thought of our partners at Little Caesars Arena and Pine Knob, their outdoor amphitheater, and it was a perfect marriage. There's some great acts coming up. Jelly Roll will be in concert out at Pine Knob on August 17th. Foreigner, Beck and Phoenix, Disturbed, Pentatonics. Dave was telling me his wife loves Pentatonics. Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. So there's some great acts that are going to be coming up. And we had to replace Madonna at Little Caesars Arena. She had a health emergency, and 50 Cent replaced her in place of that concert date at Little Caesars Arena. So an act for everyone. But we did learn that young Gen Z multicultural consumer loves gaming and they love music, and they're responding in a big way because we're selling a lot of Pure Michigan mixes across the state of Michigan, only at McDonald's.
Gentlemen, thank you for being on the show today. You've helped me wrap up a beautiful segment of MichiganFun.com. So go have a frozen beverage.
Stop at McDonald's. You have it until September the 10th. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, that wraps up this week's show. I want to thank all of our guests for joining us today. To find out more information about these events and all the events happening in Michigan, go to MichiganFun.com. I'd also like to thank our producer, Jared Clark, and the entire staff at My Michigan TV. Don't forget to browse our full library of live and on-demand events and videos. Go to mymitv.com. All Michigan, all streaming everywhere. I look forward to seeing you all again here next week. Until then, get out there and have some fun.